Yo, 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 what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of time to tune in case these notifications ain't go out. Shay, what's going on, baby? Yeah, I know the thumbnail. I know. I told y'all, take my advice. Y'all ain't listen. Oh man. First things first. Hopefully, everybody having a blessed and productive Saturday so far. Hopefully, everybody is smoothly getting through the weekend already. Whatever plans you might have for the holiday weekend, again, whether you're grilling out or you're doing whatever, just make sure you safe and sound. Definitely make sure you keep yourself hydrated because it feels like it's going to be a long, hot weekend, especially for those in the city. If you out there celebrating and doing whatever, again, make sure you keep some form of water or Gatorade or something along with you. You know, don't dry yourself out too much, and definitely don't poison or hurt your kidneys or your liver. Um, Granted, celebratory, but in the same token, your health comes before anything. So, if you are out and about, whether you're drinking or doing whatever, just make sure you keep something next to you. You know, appreciate everybody that tuned in Thursday for the conversation. Definitely was one that was needed. Shout outs to Hammer Nation for popping in. And if you missed it, you can definitely catch the replay. Riz, what's going on, my guy? Today I had to chime in with the people. I was supposed to chime in with y'all yesterday, but it was a very busy and impactful Friday. But I do appreciate those who tuned in last night for the music portion on Clapper. Um, Definitely some great vibes over there for those who don't know what I'm talking about. Like I said, um, there's other ways to do what you need to do and have fun, and that's what I'm gonna continue to do. We definitely rocked out for the good 2 hours last night. 702, what's going on, baby? Riaz, what's going on, my guy? Vanessa, what's going on, baby? No doubt, be safe on that road and have a blessed weekend too, sis. Appreciate you for popping in. Um, Leah, what's going on, baby? I'm gonna chime in on a couple of little things. Something that I already spoken about, but I'm about to reiterate again for some who are thinking about either adopting kids or thinking about, you know, taking guardianship of kids. Um, Either which way, you got to remember this one thing. You're gonna have your good days when everything is running smooth. You're gonna have your bad days. Things don't be looking up as much. And again, you're gonna have some days where you'll build memories. And that's the most important thing to remember if you are gonna take somebody kid in or even adopt kids. Make sure that you give them an equal balance. You know, you definitely make sure you give them something to remember. You know, you don't want them to grow up in life and then they go and they feed back off of all the bad experiences that once happened. You know, some of them are already going through enough. So I would say for those who are going to again take kids into the possession, just make sure you're giving them the equal opportunity and equal space and to grow. Hold on one second. Watch your head, little man. Yeah, my fault. Gotta make sure these kids don't get hit neither. These fools been throwing shit out the window all day. My bad, y'all. That's another thing I'm gonna talk about too with some people, especially those living in complexes. And you wonder why they want to kick us out so badly and want us on the streets. But I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. James, what's going on, my guy? Serious, what's going on, baby? My fault, I'm catching up the chat. I'm trying to make sure for real they don't throw nothing out this damn window. These fools do not care no more. And I think that's a problem too, but I'm gonna speak on that later. But again, I think that's the best thing you can do if you are trying to do that. You know, you're trying to give these kids opportunity. You're trying to give them something that they never had. You're trying to give them love, attention, and again, just, all in all, life experience. You got to remember this part. They already go through enough as it is. And I'm talking about the young ones you might be adopting. They've already probably gone through a hardship and experience, because when you're being shuffled around from home to home because things ain't working out, or because the parents are not doing right, or the kids just might not be comfortable with them, that is a issue in itself. The first thing you're supposed to do, even if you are going to adopt kids, or even if you're going to be bringing kids in the world, they need to feel safe and comfortable. And also, they need to know that you're going to have their back no matter what. You got to give them the joyful experience. You got to give them that love and that comfort, because that's something that they was lacking, you know. And again, I feel that um, no kid should be left abandoned or left alone. Now, there's a difference if, it's a situation where both parents are not here to take care of their kids. I just said that shit. I don't know how the hell you don't got a garbage, bro. Fucking retard, bro. My bad, y'all. Yeah, I'm definitely going to talk about this in a minute. Because, this is a problem that I see right now. And it's not just the city. I've seen this in more than a few spots. Y'all people really don't be taking consideration or no safety for nobody else. And that's real lazy and trifling if you got garbage cans in your house and you still want to throw stuff out the window. Like you living like an animal. But I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Realist, what's going on, my guy? It could have been worse. Could have been worse. I could have used another thumbnail. I definitely would have been laughing, crying, and not knowing what to do at the same time. Realist, don't start nothing today. It's too early, I'm telling you. Don't start nothing today with nobody. No, but you got to remember that part. It's bad enough that you got some kids who are, again, being brought into the world irresponsibly. But it's even worse when nobody wants to take them. And I felt like this. There is certain situations where, people will adopt teens. It's rare, because we know how some people do. If they're going to adopt, or if they're going to bring kids into the home, they want them young, which is the truth. But I feel like no matter what age or stage, and if you are in the house, or if you're in if you're in one of those group homes or one of those adoption agencies, they deserve the same love and respect and the same family values and value traditions like everybody else get. Jared, what's going on, my guy? BMF, what's going on? I see y'all up in here. I already know if y'all just tuned in, hit the like button. But yeah, you got to remember that part. They deserve that. They deserve to have the same equal amount of love, attention, and it's critical now. In in this age right now, it is critical. It's about, again, giving back some form of opportunity. And that's a great opportunity if you're going to be able to bring, people into the household and raise them properly. You're showing that you got not just enough love for your own, but you got enough love for somebody else's, or you got love for somebody who, again, didn't have the opportunity or space to give them love. I hear you, BMF. Shoot, it's hot as all hell out here. It's hotter than fish greek and fish cakes out here, man. I'm trying to find me another shaded spot. They trying to take away all my shaded spots out here, son. They trying to take out everything. But no, you give them that space, and you also give them what's needed. You give them guidance. You give them peace. You give them protection. You give them the things you're supposed to be doing. There are some people who already have, how you would say, an army already of kids, but they got that much love for kids that they'll take in more, which is, in my opinion, a great thing to do. I knew one or two couples in my area that I think they one biological and they had 8 adopted. So that's the army right there. Miss T, what's going on, baby? Appreciate you, BMF. You already, but that says a lot. That speaks volumes because they didn't have to take in no more. After their kids had gotten grown and off to college, they didn't have to. They could have had an empty nest, but instead they felt what they felt, and they decided, nah, we're gonna give more love than we could give, which is more important than anything. Again, they could have sat there and said, well, I got an empty nest. Nope. They felt bad. They said, you know what? We're going to take some more in and we're going to show them the same love and care that we showed our own kids. Sussy, what's going on, baby? Again, that speaks volumes. Again, give back that opportunity when you can give it back. There's nothing wrong with that. And you're going to have those who are going to adopt because either A, they can't have kids, or they, like I said, it's either they can't have kids or that's something that they've been wanting to do. So, in that same token, like I said, give back the opportunity when it's needed. I feel kids of all age, especially like I said, those who have already kind of been through the ups and downs, should at least get that breathing room. They should at least be able to say, well, look, I found me a comfortable family. The reason why some people don't want to take in teens as far as adoption is because they feel like, these teens is already at that stage. They're going to be rebellious. They're not going to listen. They probably not going to care. They'll probably mess around and try to call the people on me, and I'm trying to help. But I would say for those who really are, trying to do what's necessary, just keep doing what's necessary. Viral, what's going on, baby? Because I think that's the most precious and the most ultimate gift you can give a child is, again, a chance to live, a chance to grow, a chance to learn something, a chance to be something. Like I said before, it's a difference when the child's parents are not either here to take care of them physically or whatever. Then again, like I said, that's when, that's when adoption comes into play. I feel that's the best type of love is showing those who are not getting that actual love, compassion, caring. You know, show them that not everybody is out to harm them and that everybody is not out against their best wishes. It's simply about moving the ball forward, regardless to what. And you got to remember that these kids are supposed to be the future. They are supposed to be brought up well, or at least have the option to be brought up well. Like I said, when they do get into adulthood, whatever decisions they make, that's solely on them. But when they are under your roof and under your care, you gotta do what's necessary. You know, yeah, you gotta set ground rules and establishments, but in the same token, you still gotta establish love, compassion, and an open mind and an open ear to things. In the same way, your biological kids would be going through peer pressures. Don't think your adopted kids won't go through it neither. Like I said, just imagine all 4 of your kids grown all the way off to college. This is supposed to be the time of your life now because you got an empty nest. You be able to breathe a little better, do the things you really want to do, especially if you was tied up. doing things, especially with raising your kids. But then again, look what's going on now. You know, some people do get lonely. They do get sad. They do want that extra. Some parents do. They do get that little extra. Damn, wish we had an extra foot or two in the house. Some people have been so accustomed to taking care of children that they don't know nothing else outside of that. So a free time to them would be like, okay, they gonna be gone maybe for a day or two, or a couple of days, but that's it. But again, that same token, look, you do what's right and you do what's called for. You know, the most important thing that you can do. And again, show them that there is love. Show them that there is care and compassion in the world, even with those that are not blood related. You know, your family is not always going to be blood related. Your family is going to be those who actually ride out for you and got your best interest at heart and do what's right for you. Shades, what's going on, baby? You know, that's the most important thing to remember. You know, it's not about just your personal wants and needs when it comes down to these children, especially those who really, you know what? I'll be honest with you. There are some agencies, prime example, that they are not treating those kids the way they're supposed to treat them. They're not helping them get into a home quicker. And even if they are, who knows who they sending these people to? And this is what I'm saying. You know, I will say this in the kindest way. If you're not going to be willing to make certain compromises and things along those lines, especially for the betterment of the children you're bringing in, then don't adopt them. Because again, they've already gone through enough psychological abuse, probably physical abuse, because some of these homes had reputations of that. These kids have been hurt in more than one way. They are sitting here being mentally scarred, and then they go on into adulthood, you know, with regrets, aggression, everything. It's not the way anybody should worry about their life. That's not the way anybody should be, you know, trying to make some form of opportunity in life. Um, it's sad again, like I said, when you know you don't have no type of good in you and you decide to just do something because you want to do it. There's some people who are only adopting children because they just want the money aspect of it. Oh, word, they get a check every month. Word, I could take that. But there's been situations too where people have been adopted, and then the same token, guess what? These people that sat there, took these kids' checks, haven't done what was necessary, you know, basically just abused them all around the board. And again, that's not the way it should go. You know, again, it is about bringing opportunity, but also bringing love and growth to those who need it. Appreciate you for dropping those links, serious baby. Working harder than the sun on my back, baby. Damn, son, man, I can't find no shade no more. I think I'm about to relocate soon, y'all. I might relocate soon. I'm being trolled by the weather today. I could have swore it was cool this morning. It's 10 degrees hotter. Jedi, what's going on? That's just like prime example if a child or multiple children were taken away from a mother and a father because of abuse and everything, and now they have to go through the system, right? It's even worse when somebody decides to adopt them and then do worse than what the actual parents were doing. BMF, I'm serious, man. This son done got me now. They taking away all my good shade. Oh, I found a good shade spot. Oh, glad you old people got up. Oh, relocate. Yeah, it's going to be a hot one, I see. So, yeah, no, but you know, you got to remember that part. You know, in the long, in the long run of it, like I said, they didn't ask to be here, but they're here. But if you're not going to be responsible, and I'm going to say that to even the biological parents, when kids did not ask to be here, They wasn't asked to be born into a world like this. But if they're gonna be here, you need to be responsible. If you can't be responsible, you need to go give up your parental rights for now and give them to somebody who will take care of them, who will actually look out for them. You know, because again, I feel every child deserves a chance at life. Period. They deserve a chance to learn, build, grow, and experience, and have that. While in the comforts of a great family. And the one thing I will say for some of y'all, even if you still got young kids at home and you're deciding to take in other kids, you gotta let your kids know that you know there's ways and things to do whatever is necessary, right? Your job necessarily, especially if you are going to either be a foster brother or foster sister, is making sure that you know they have the same form of protection, basically. Like it shouldn't be because you're not my biological sister, I'm just gonna let shit happen to you. No, 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 no. We're family, whether with blood or not. And that's what people gotta take into consideration. Your family is not always blood related. Your family is always gonna be those who have your best interests, that actually love and care for you and will ride or die for you. It is essentially again about opportunity. And this would be an opportunity for some, especially those who feel like the nest is empty or feel like they just want and got extra love to give. Hey, some people are adopting children just because of that. They got extra love to give. You know what? We should bring some more people in here. We should bring more kids in here. You know? But the main thing you want to do, especially for you married couples, you want to make sure that if that's what you're going to do, that y'all both have a united front. Because remember, you're going to be taking on the opportunity, but also taking on the responsibility of raising a child that's in need of love and care, also in need of protection and a roof over their head. And if that's solely what you both are going to do, then you got to stick together no matter what. It shouldn't be no second doubts and no second guesses, especially if you already talked about it. And that's the main thing to remember. When it's all said and done, it's about equal growth. You know, you want them to learn the values in life. Like I said, even when it comes down to that, you would treat those kids like you would treat your biological. You know, you make sure they keep food in their stomach, clothes on their back. Take the necessary responsibilities you're supposed to. And whatever they might not have learned or might not know, that's when you as a parent will start doing so. Start teaching them the things. You know, some of these kids is not hard to teach. Some of them they're not hard to get through to. You know, to some degree, it feels like it's a language barrier because when they do get into teenage years, it's almost not just smelling yourself phase, but I think I'm grown enough to do what I want to do phase. But even still, you got to have a balance. You got to be able to counteract whatever. And now, rules they gotta make sure that everything is up to par. Because prime example, if you're adopting kids, that's one thing. Some of those people, especially from those agencies or those social workers, especially to them children, will be checking up every so often. And if they feel that the children are not in harm, if they feel like the children are in a great spot, hey, they'll let them stay there. But the minute they feel that it's a problem, they will take them kids. I've seen it happen once or twice. The minute one or two things didn't go as planned, these workers want to take these kids away. But one thing I will say too is that it has to be a form of communication because these workers just can't pop up whenever they feel like popping up. And you got to make sure you don't got people like that that's just going to pop up when they feel like popping up. because again, you don't want to be laying down or relaxing, and then now you gotta force yourself to get up and get everything in order. Like just make sure the things you need in order is done. So even if you do get a pop up or a surprise visit, they can't say much and they can't try to get crazy with you because you're doing what you need to do. And I've always felt like this: not everybody is going to be a perfect parent. There is no such thing as perfect parenting. You could be a great parent, but there's no such thing as perfect because you're gonna have days when it's not so perfect. You're gonna have days when you're gonna have to deal with either school struggles, education struggles, or anything along those lines. But that's basically what it is. This is what you signed up for. This is technically your responsibility as a parent, guardian, or anything along those lines. You have to make sure that your children know enough and learn enough. Miss Kirkland, what's going on, baby? But also again, don't treat them any different. Don't treat them differently than how you would treat your normal, or how you treat your biological kids. Again, children are children, regardless if they're yours or not. They still have feelings. They still go through. They still go through learning phases, traumas, so on and so forth. You want to do what's best for them. I've heard one or two stories where you know kids done been left by their parents. One might be unallowed, one might be locked up, or both could be locked up, or both could be unalive, or both could just be irresponsible and just dump the child off. But they still, you know, deserve the best. Oh shoot, they still deserve the best. You know, I've seen some situations where you've had stories where people have said, if it wasn't for these people adopting me, if it wasn't for these people taking me in, I don't know where I would be at, which is true. Because that's the one thing I can say is that if nobody decides to adopt, or if you keep going from house to house, at some point they want to stop trying to find you a family. That's what they will do. They will try to stop you from finding a family, which is not good at all. Take those success stories for what it was, basically. No doubt, Lee, appreciate you, baby. But you got to remember that part. At the end of the day, they went through enough. They went through traumatic experiences. Just imagine being in a home where the parents actually don't give two hells about you. They're allowing you to go outside, dressed any old type of way, not properly doing the things you're supposed to be doing. One thing you are supposed to do as a parent is make sure your kids keep their hygiene up to par. That's one thing. You know, you don't want your kid or your adopted kid going out in the world and people either start poking or make, because this is what's going to happen. People are going to poke and make fun of and even try to downplay people to some degree, because again, some of these people, that's just what they know. Oh, new fish, we're going to pick on them for the day. But again, you got to remember this too. You're supposed to keep them guided and shielded to a degree, but also teach them the things necessary. Prime example, you're supposed to teach your children, like I said the other day, how to defend themselves in case of anything. Not saying go out there and be bullies, not saying go out there and just be a menace to society, but no, defend themselves when they being attacked. You got to remember that part. When it's all said and done, you know, got to keep them at their most, got to keep them at their best. Yeah, it's so hot outside. They already got people out here selling beverages. For those in the city, make sure y'all keeping yourselves safe. Brief intermission on that one. Some of y'all gonna be drinking and doing whatever, but in the same token, make sure everything is everything. You know, make sure that you're not buying anything you don't really need to buy, especially if it is going to mess with you in any way, shape, or form. But again, just keep yourself preserved. for the weekend. Period. What's going on, my guy? Chilling. But you got to remember that part. When it's all said and done, you have to do what's necessary. Keep the balance strong. Again, you never want to treat them like like they don't belong. That's the one thing because they already feel like they don't belong. Just think about it. You getting put into an adoption agency because either your parents don't want you or your parents can't take care of you. So now is, well, where do I go? Am I even going to be amongst family? You know, I think the worst thing when it comes to kids being left for adoption, especially by the irresponsible parents, is because when those kids grow up, at some point they're going to start asking questions. And the main questions are, well, why did you leave me? Why did you abandon me? Why didn't you come back for me? Those are questions that will always be asked. I've seen this happen myself. Like I said, just imagine you not knowing your parents and your parents have been here the whole time. Your parents have been within the community or whatever, and they ain't coming to get you. They ain't coming to check on you. None of that. That is a problem right there. And again, guess what happens when they get older? The first questions they gonna ask is, well, why didn't you come back and get me? What's going on, my guy, chilling? Like they gonna ask that. Why did you leave me stranded? Why did you not come back for me? What, you didn't love me? I'm telling you, they will ask questions. And those questions are gonna hit hard, especially if you really don't have a solid answer. So again, you gotta think about the things you're doing, you know? Think about it. Again, you got people right now who are taking over their sisters' kids, brothers' kids, whoever. Now, again, I can see you taking in your family members if you know one of your main family members is drugged out, because don't nobody want that. Don't nobody want their children around any form of heavy drug use and anything, again, that would be undeemable, you know? Nah, it's all facts, brothers, but that will be the question, though, because you got to look at it. Just imagine if both of your parents was alive and they just decided to give you up because they didn't want to take care of you. Now you done got put into an adoption agency. They trying to shuffle you around and see who's going to take you, who's going to adopt you, and then if you do get the right people who adopt you and actually take you in the way they're supposed to take you in, you know, you're basically giving them what they needed and what they lack, love and attention. You know, but then just imagine again, you come across your parents at a certain age and they don't have no answers for you. Mr. J, what's going on, my guy? Been a minute. Hope all is well with you, bro. Nah, but it's the truth though, Realize it would be one of those situations like that, like because you got parents that will be in and out their kids' life, and again, that's one thing you should never do as a parent is be in and out your children's life. You can't be visible 1 minute and then the next minute you ghost. Like you're not even checking to make sure everything is everything. Mo, what's going on, baby? Be safe on that road, baby. And again, happy Memorial Day weekend to everybody that's just pulling in. Um, right now, for those in the city, it's hotter than the snack box in the chicken spot. Make sure you got everything you need and got, because I'm telling you, it's going to be a long one. Lost perception for a second. That damn it. But that's what I'm saying. You can't be in your child's life 1 minute. And some people will do that. They only gonna be in their children's life because they figure, okay, my child is about to be something. Maybe I could use this as an opportunity. Like look at some of the people right now who have gotten into great positions in life. And then the parents out of nowhere decide to want to come back and, oh, well, this, that, and the third, and I knew my child can do this, and I've been there, I've been supporting it. Nah, you don't do that. That point right there, too, Miss Kirkland, is true. I just said this the other day. There's some people who don't deserve to be parents because look how they treat their kids. Look how they do shit. My thing is, even if you've been through some form of abuse in life, you don't put that same abuse and trauma on your children. You don't repeat the cycle. You're supposed to break a cycle. So if you've been in some form of a cycle where things were always going wrong, uh, you would want to change that for the betterment of your home. It's the most important thing. Yeah, I'm gonna let that sink in for a minute. Look how many people again tried to be a part of their children's success when their children have become successful or on the verge of becoming successful. Nah, you don't do that. You don't do no half-ass parenting and think you gonna reap the benefits of everything. No. See, it would start from the beginning. Like I said, making sure that your children learn, making sure that they're growing, and making sure again that they are making at least the right decisions when it comes to their all in all life. Again, when they get older, you know, whatever they decide to do is whatever they decide to do. And even down to your adopted children, if you got them. When they get into adulthood and they decide to make whatever decisions, then they'll make whatever decisions. But while they up under your roof, you're supposed to do what's necessary as a parent. And again, you are supposed to establish rules and regulations, and you got to set a boundary. And that's one thing you have to remember too, is that you set boundaries the way you're supposed to. You don't set boundaries to where it'll start crippling or even destroying the foundation. No, you do what's necessary. You keep your foot strong on the stronghold of things. You don't allow certain things to break up the structure. Not supposed to. Any outside interference that could be deemed as destructive towards you and yours, you got to move away from that. Again, but you got to remember, it solely does start with you. You know, Now again, if you want to bring them in, you already know what's required. You already know what you need to do. So just make sure that you're doing it. Now I hear you, Miss T. It'd be hard, but see, this is my thing. Now again, if you're giving up your child because, prime example, you really can't raise them. Like you have more than just financial struggles. Like you're not even in a good space. You don't even got a roof over your head for real to raise any children. It's better that than your children being out in the streets. But in the same token, even if it's certain situations you're going through, you got a child. All right, this is where family is supposed to be helpful. And if the family not going to be helpful, then that's when you decide to make whatever decision you're going to make. But again, even if it's just temporary and you're going to leave your kids with somebody that can take care of them right now, do so you can get yourself right. Don't lose out, don't lose out crucial moments and crucial years of your children's life because you ain't trying to get it together. There's some people who have given their kids up because they was drugged out, drug infested, and figured, all right, I'm gonna get myself good, I'm gonna come back for mine, and then they never come back because again, the drug be more powerful and be more controlling than anything. And this again, it should be a hard thing for anybody to say, I got to give up my kid. But if you got to give up your kid for the right reasons, prime example, if you got to give up your kid because you might have to take care of some things or you might have to take on some things that you can't really do both, then you do what's necessary. But then again, it's hard for anybody to say I'm giving up my kid. But then again, You got some people that don't give two shits. They'll get their kids up in the heartbeat. They will toss them out to the world unbeknownst to anything. Trust me. It's a two-way street when it comes to that. You're gonna have those who it will hurt them to do so if they have to. But for other ones, they don't care. That they see it as well. That's one less mouth to feed. That's one less responsibility. Which again, that should never be the case because again, these kids didn't ask to be here. But if you want to be irresponsible, or if you just not going to do what's necessary for your children, you shouldn't be procreating no more. Sorry, you shouldn't. BDBGP, what's going on, my guy? Which is the truth though. If you're gonna be irresponsible, then you shouldn't procreate no more. That's why I said, yeah, you're right. Not everybody, mother fucking dickhead. That's how niggas get beat the fuck up for real. My fault, yo. Fucking non-driving bitch. Bad, y'all. Bad for my cursing on this Saturday. Little whole dumbass made that crazy ass U-turn and you don't even got the light. That's another thing I'm gonna speak about with some of y'all in this car safety again too. With some of y'all really playing dangerous games. You want to play stunt double until your ass really be laid up for real.
Like, wow, what up, bro? You be like,
don't worry, I ain't docking your pay today. I ain't docking your. Don't worry, you gonna see 5 nickels. So bad, y'all. Oh, that's another thing too for those who might be out on the road this weekend or doing whatever. Make sure that you good. Keep yourself safe at all costs because fools don't know how to drive. I'm telling you. And they just allow anybody to get a license from what I see. They just allow anybody to get a damn license. Shit. My fault, y'all. Let me get my ass, man. Let me get my ass. But yeah, you gotta remember that part. When it's all said and done, it's about space, growth, and opportunity. And if you got the space to bring in these children, if you got the opportunity to bring in these children, and if you got the love and compassion to really do so, then you do so and you make sure you do everything accordingly and do it right. Same way you raise your children to be, successful and knowledgeable adults, you do the same thing when you bring kids into your realm, especially on the adoption tip. Because when it's all said and done, you are being a part of something great. What's up, little puppet? How you doing?
All right.
Oh yeah, you know that, realist. They dying to act a fool, but you want to be foolish playing around with traffic or playing around in traffic. Get yourself hurt, get your peoples hurt. So I said, look here, that should be the greatest feeling in the world is somebody giving a child an opportunity, giving them reasons to feel part of, It's good to do that. You don't know how good it feels again to, take grasp of a child in need, a child that's actually trying to, be some form of established in the world. Came back, me make sure nothing else come out this fucking window. These niggas act like they don't be caring. Tell them. But yeah, solely have love, empathy, and compassion for those who need it. And you did have situations again where children have been through the ringer, not from the agencies that they in. They probably had issues within the houses that they were being a part of. Because again, some people they only focus on the unnecessary. Well, I know I'm gonna have another extra income coming in the house, so Hey, I'm gonna do that. But again, they shouldn't be looked at just as a meal ticket neither. Because some of y'all really, again, don't deserve to be parents, not even foster parents. Because if you could think that's the only thing is, all right, well, I got this child under my roof and I'm going to take their check and do whatever. No, those checks are supposed to be for those kids. They not for you. They for the kids. In case the kids don't got enough food, in case they don't got enough clothes, so on and so forth. That's what it's supposed to be about. Not know, oh, this is what it is. Oh, I'm gonna just get another check and I'm gonna do this and do that. No, 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 because that's not the way to go. And this is what I'm saying. All in all, though, you don't sit there and damage anything shouldn't be damaging. Like I said, they already are going through enough damages as it is. Just imagine the damage they got in their heart because my actual parents don't love me. My actual parents gave up on me. They already go through enough. And you got to make sure that even when they are getting put into these, and I would say this, it's a whole conscious effort and a community effort, in my opinion, because I've always felt prime example. The social workers who are dealing with these children are supposed to be making sure that their children is good. I'm not going to just put you into a household and not do my research or double check to make sure that you're safe while you're here. And that's my thing, though. You know, there's some kids right now who are running away from home. We think they running away from home just because they want to be rebellious. Some instances, it is that way because they feel they don't want to be confined to rules and regulations. But those runaways end up finding out the hard way that life is not easy. That life is not easy. You're not going to always get what you want. And if you're not in any way, shape, or form making some real money, or if you're not trying to focus on doing something on your, trust me, it's going to go for nothing. And that's not the way it's supposed to be neither, though. It really ain't. You know, because there are some people out there who probably are doing that same exact thing. Oh, let me just do one or two things for this child, and I'm gonna take the rest of this money. That's just like even if it's your biological children, and one of them might have a disability, the way they get a check every month. That check technically is supposed to again go to those kids. It's the same way with child support. There's a lot of people that shouldn't be on child support because the people who put them on child support ain't doing shit for themselves. They're not trying to balance their own life out. But you living off of somebody else's income, basically. You living off of somebody else's hard work. That's not cool. Like I said, if you are one of them collecting child support, you better make sure this is what you're doing. Because again, those checks, that money is supposed to go to them kids, not you adults. And this is something that people feel. This is where I'm gonna get a little deep with it. And this is going to some of these women, especially those spiteful, bitter ones. You can't get mad when certain things start unfolding. I watched a segment on a video when this girl got mad because her baby father decided to quit his six-figure job and decided to work at a fast food joint just so he wouldn't have to pay her $3,000 a month. I don't blame him because what the hell? Why does my kid need $3,000 a month? And then it went from my kid to how am I going to pay my mortgage? Listen, some of you women need to listen and understand shit and understand it for what it is. For real. Your children are not banks. Your children are not ATM machines. Neither are the children's fathers. They're not ATM machines, banks, and they're not your way or your source, especially again if you're not married. If you don't get spousal support because you're not married, why do you think somebody has to take care of you as a grown ass woman? It's the same way with some of you men. You think a grown woman is supposed to take care of you all day. Nah, nigga, you gonna have to get up and do something. That ass. Oh, no, I'm moving away. Somebody car just went off. My bad. Damn it. Shut up. now both alarms go off. God damn, man. Oh, man, nobody breaking somebody's car, man. My bad, y'all. You know you always want to get that New York City noise everywhere. No, but it's the truth, though. Again, these children are supposed to be getting taken care of. So that means even if there's money, damn, shut that fucking car up. Damn. My bad, y'all. Prime example, whatever money could be coming to them kids, make sure them kids is getting what's needed. But this is my thing, too, like I was going back to what I was saying. How it go from, oh, my baby father did this, that, and third, to how am I going to pay my mortgage? He shouldn't be paying your mortgage. You should be up working, paying your own mortgage. There's a problem with some people. Y'all don't think to get up and go do something for yourself and stop always depending on people to be your damn clutches and your whatever. That's not cool. Again, that whole message went from you made it seem like he did that because he just didn't want to take care of the child to how am I going to pay my mortgage? So how much of the money out of that 3,000 was going to that child? And this is just my view and opinion of it, but still, how much, and I'm going to ask again, how much of it is actually going to the kid? Oh, I'm gonna hit the nail in the coffin in a minute. Because it's not just the women I'm coming at about this situation. I'm coming at men too. Some of y'all need to be more responsible again of who you dealing with, who you laying with. And if you want to build something with that person, then you make sure y'all on the same accord and the same build. I'm telling you. Listen, there was a song that I was just listening to. I've been listening to it recently. And, despite that it's jacking for the beats, basically, hey, he spoke facts in that song. It's funny, but it's truthful. And his song is actually starting to make a little viral hit everywhere. Like everybody is starting to sing the damn song to a degree now. But it's truth though. This is something that needs to be said. Because there's some of you who claim that there ain't no good men out there, there ain't no good brothers out there, there ain't no solid brothers. And the solid brothers that was around you or was trying to get with you, you bypassed them for the next nigga. The next nigga that didn't have no ambition and didn't give a damn if he got you pregnant or not. So again, it's a responsibility on both ends. And again, if you're not going to be responsible, if you ain't going to fucking wear protection, then there's no need for you to cry about shit either. You can't say that, oh, this man wasn't good. Oh, he wasn't a good man. Yeah, but you still laid up with him. So make it make sense. That's why I said people want to cry and mope, but still make the damn decisions that's going to cost them. So it's crazy. How you doing? Nah, I know realist, but see, that's the problem. Again, this is where motherfuckers be going through it. Now, even down to those who might not even be sure that if they're the kid's father. You are gonna have to make sure you're doing your due diligence, period. Because you definitely don't want to be signed up for 18 years or 21 years of your life to somebody that's not even yours. That's on both ends, Miss T. Chicks got to stop laying down with niggas that don't got no motherfucking goals and ambitions. You can't say every man ain't shit when you turn around and you laying down with the niggas that ain't shit, but you not trying to even be part of the people who actually got something going or who actually do have your best interest in care of. So again, it's a two-way street. The same way I said before, fellas, be careful who you slinging the wood to. Ladies, be careful who you giving the goods to. If you're going to push over a dude who's established for a Pookie or a Tyrone that ain't established, that's your fault solely and nobody else's because you still decide to lay there. And that the song said, you let him hit it raw, you didn't have second thoughts, now you're a single mom. And I'm sorry. As much as the song seems like it's kind of hurtful, it's truthful. It's truthful in all facts. Because again, you got the decision at the end of the day to decide if you're going to lay down with this person or not. And if you feel you're not safe laying down with that person, then you're supposed to do what's right. You're supposed to do what's necessary, keep yourself preserved, right? If you already see that this person is not, they're not goal oriented, if you already see that they don't have a family structure in order, so on and so forth, you know, that's a problem. You already know serious, baby. Nah, we do it over here. Facts, brothers. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you knocked over a dude basically that's established as far as he got his own house, he working hard, he taking care of what he's supposed to take care of, he making sure his parents and everything else is good, then whose fault is that? And that's what I'm saying. Some of y'all don't know what it is. When something genuine is around you, you will push it away because, again, you don't know how to receive it or how to accept it. But you need to learn to start receiving and accepting the good things that do come to you. That's a form of a blessing when you got the right people around you, even on the friendship tip. You got the right people who want to keep you afloat, who's want to always make sure you stay on your toes, and they really do sincerely care about you. Then you do what's necessary again to keep those people around you. Nah, it's a whole fact. That's a whole fact, Shades. Because this is my thing. Men are going to take care of their kids, well, the responsible men. They're going to take care of their kids regardless, whether they still with the child's mother or not. But again, you better make sure you lay down with the right mother or lay down with the right girl, because guess what? Um, it ain't gonna look good if you got a baby mother that's trashy, ratchet, don't give a damn. You know, that's not good. Because we have some men out there who going through that right now, getting custody battle of their children and all because the mothers is not doing what they supposed to be doing. They want to still live their life. They still want to party and bullshit, basically. That's not the way it goes. And that's not the way any child should be perceived to just be a burden to them. Because again, if you don't want to take care of no responsibilities, then you should be protected at all times. So you won't have that problem. And some people mess themselves up for real again by not doing so. North Woods, what's going on, my guy? Y'all already know if y'all just tuned in, hit the like button. And if y'all new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna drop the link in case anybody want to chime in a little bit. But this is something that needs to be said again. You know, start being more wise and responsible in the decisions that you're making. Because again, these children ain't asking to be here. But if they are here, you need to be solely responsible for them. I remember I was watching a comedy skit. His old head and his son, they always be going at it, but it's scripted to some degree because he loved the fuck out of his son, grown up and all. In the same way, he just sat here and said, "I ain't next to be here. I ain't next to be here. You should have wrapped up." He said, "You're right. I should have." He said, "And your kids didn't ask to be here, but they here now, nigga. You got to take care of them," which is true. They ain't asked to be here, but you run around here being irresponsible. You want to lay up in everything raw. You going to catch that problem, son. And I'm speaking to the men now. Y'all niggas keep thinking with just your hormones and everything else. Nah, you better think wisely. You better think responsibly. Because not everybody is going to have your best interest, and not everybody going to be on the same page when it comes to how you do things. And this is what I'm saying. Child support should go towards the children, not the adults. It's not adult support. It's child support. A man is going to take care of his children regardless. A real man who's solid is going to take care of his children. Like again, whether he with the child's mother or not, because that's his responsibility to make sure that his child has what they need and is able to get what they need. Having what they need, which is love, attention, quality time, and bonding, that's a must. And everything else behind it, it comes with the territory. And actually, some of that money ain't supposed to just be taken out just on the child. That's supposed to be Some people are actually wise. All right, if I gotta pay child support, then guess where all this money is going to? You're not going to be getting it. That child is going to get it the way he's supposed to. Look, if I got to set up a bank account so you don't touch it, you're not touching it. If it's not me touching it to make sure my children got it, you don't need to touch it. Because again, some of y'all don't think about your children. You'll cry and bitch about, oh, child support this and oh, this is that and third and yada yada yada. But then you taking the money for yourself and not your children. So you're gonna go out there looking all good and looking all presentable for the world, and your child gonna come out here looking like a rag doll. Make it make sense. That's what I talk about with irresponsible people who don't need child support. Because if you're not thinking to say my child is the most important thing, that I gotta make sure my child is good, then there's something wrong with you completely. I'm sorry. It's just my view and opinion on it. Something gotta be wrong with you. That would be like me having kids in the world right now and I don't take care of them. I'm walking past them every day. I wouldn't even feel good about myself. Me as a man, hell no. I got kids out here and they ain't, I'm gonna make sure they good. Make sure they learning. I'm gonna make sure they getting all the proper time and care and all of that. I don't know. I don't know about that, Miss T. Because there's some women again who are not working. I'm bringing it back to them. There's some women who are not working and banking on that child support every month. Now again, if you with the child's father and y'all working together as a cohesive unit and you're doing what's necessary, how you doing? Like I said, whether you married or not, if y'all working together as a cohesive unit and y'all working to try to make sure your kids is good, that's supposed to be the most important thing. Here's my thing. Both of y'all should be somewhat established. I'm just saying it from that. I know what you said, Miss T, but I'm speaking to those who are not working. I'm not talking about the ones who are working and doing what's necessary. I'm talking about the ones who want to be irresponsible and only focus on laying on their ass all day. Because there's some people out here who will create all of these daddy day kids, having all these different partners, different people as fathers. That shit ain't cool. That shit is irresponsible and is not preserving yourself right. You're putting yourself in the wrong type of predicaments. But again, it just goes back solely to what I was saying to the men. Be careful in what you doing and who you doing. That's the truth, realist. Shades, it could be a multitude of different situations. Now, again, if it's something along the lines of you can't physically work because you're disabled in some way or form, then again, I can understand that part. But everything else, no, you're supposed to be solid because how do you expect to build a family together if y'all don't even got financials right? You don't even stand together, strong together as a united front. Because again, when these kids are born, it's not about y'all no more. It's about the damn kids. Dee Dee, what's going on, baby? I know that, Miss Shades. I know that already. That part I know. But I'm talking about the ones that are able. What's going on, my guy? I'm talking about the able-bodied people. I'm saying this again. I'm not talking about those who are excluded from this list. I'm talking about the able-bodied men and women who are being irresponsible, bringing these kids in the world. That's the problem. People might not want to hear it, but it's the damn truth. You think I'm gonna be that stupid to go out here and just lay up raw on everybody, and I could take a possibility or a chance on getting more than one person pregnant? Hell no. Sorry to sound that way right now, but it's the truth. I'm only speaking to those who need to hear because there are a lot of people right now who have already been irresponsible and are still in some ways or forms being irresponsible. Again, these kids are not asked to be here. But if you're going to bring them into this world, then you need to be prepared for all the battles that come with it. See, the stigma is men don't take care of their children. And not just our melanated brothers. They say that in general. Men don't take care of their kids. there's a whole falsehood on that because you got men who take care of their kids better than the damn mothers do. You got some men who actually, again, are more stable than the mothers. They are taking in their kids. No man is just going to leave their kids somewhere where they feel their kids going to be neglected. And the sad part about it is, for the melanated people, y'all want to be a cohesive unit. Y'all want to at least be back to where we was at back in the days, a cohesive unit. Again, there was couples and parents out here. Some of them was married, some of them wasn't. Some of them was common law married. Some didn't believe in marriage, but in the same token, they believed in family. They took care of what was necessary. They made sure that when it was all said and done, my kids are not gonna be out here and be victims. Yeah, they got it locked, bro. Only the basketball court open. So I don't get that part. So niggas locked the park, but got the basketball court open. So I don't even, son. I don't even know when niggas.
Yo, we like the fuck, everybody made sure, like, yo, let's tell y'all some kind of shit open tomorrow. They still go.
Yeah, nah, they being huffed. I know one of these workers to open the fucking door. They gonna be huffed today. As hot as it is today. Nah, but it was supposed to be open all weekend. Try that one.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it was supposed to be open on the weekends, period, since they want to say that.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if we respect y'all, we held it down for y'all jobs, and we kept it clean. Hold it down for us.
They don't, you know how they do it when it come to us, nigga. But you know how they do when it come to niggas. They ain't trying to worry about us. You know that already, bro. You know that. But yeah, no, this is what I'm saying. We got to start being more of a cohesive unit. Now I'm speaking to my melanated folks. If you're gonna, oh shoot, and that car sounded like it was about to explode. My bad, y'all. But yeah, you know, this is what I'm saying. If y'all gonna come together and be a united front, then make sure that's what it is. You're united in all situations and parameters. Children should not be left in the dark. Your children should not be left to fend for themselves, and your children shouldn't be victims of circumstances. But this is my thing too. Again, speaking to those irresponsible ones, you can't just be banking on that man's income to be your income. Like I said before, with that chick that said what she said, you got mad because that man decided to move from his cushy job to a regular job. But then my thing is, again, even if his job was cushy, doesn't matter. Why should you be getting this amount a month for a child? Especially a child that's not even a year old yet, not even 2 years old yet. So where's the rest of the money going? If you're not going to do what's necessary for the children, where's the rest of the money going? I can see again if this was you was married, y'all got divorced, now he giving you spousal support and stuff like that. That's different. But then again, like I said, at some points, even during the time y'all been together, you should have been focused on establishing yourself. You know, but I want the people to stop with this stigma that we just all run from our responsibilities. No, real men don't run from responsibilities. We take them on. Shoot, we even add on extra responsibilities. Yo. We even add on extra responsibilities because that's what we're going to do. We're not going to sit there and just make childlike decisions. There's a difference between a grown man and a grown child. A grown man or a grown woman is going to do what's necessary, not just for themselves, but for their family if they got one. Grown ass children, they're going to keep making irresponsible decisions. They're going to keep running away from problems. They're going to keep hiding behind things. You know? And that's the sad part about it. Again, we have to stop thinking that, prime example, and they want to normalize this. Like again, for some of you women out there, it's not nothing pretty or sweet about you having multiple baby fathers and you're not even married or you're not even to a point where you want to be at. One thing I would tell you again is that's something that shouldn't be normalized or praised. that you having multiple kids with multiple men and neither one of them married you. Granted, Miss T, but again, a child don't need that much a month. Not no baby. Not to see you doing that when they in their teen stages and stuff like that. Yeah, because it's going to be more expensive for the kids. Shoot, you can still find decent things for children and anything under a certain price. It's about marketing and budgeting when you need to market and budget. There's sometimes you're going to have to make certain sacrifices, or sometimes you might have to make certain compromises. But if it's for the betterment of your children, if it's for that, and it's going to put that ultimate smile and that thing on your face, then hey, you do what's necessary. Yeah, but it's not even that. Just think about it again. Why does a child need that? But that would be like you saying I got to pay $10,000 a month for a child. Why am I doing that? Even if I'm in a good position to do so, why would I be doing that? No, I'm gonna make sure my child is all around the board straight. They ain't gonna be getting no nothing from me. Because if we gotta go that way, then hey, you're not gonna like the way you lose this battle because it's not gonna be as much as you think it's gonna be. And I'm still gonna be doing what's necessary for my children, regardless to what. I grant all of that shades. Look, you telling me something that I know already. But again, we are speaking about irresponsible people. We're not talking about the ones who are responsible. And I grant it, calculations come by a little bit of everything. But again, if your child is not in daycare, your child is still an infant, I grant it. Yeah, certain things have got expensive. Pampers are expensive. Baby formula is expensive. I grant that. But there ain't no way in the hell it's adding up to some of the things that they be going for. And some of these people, I'm sorry, they trifling. They will sit there and even make the biggest lies. I knew somebody who was paying more in child support than they were supposed to be paying. And their job wasn't even a job where you could even say, well, look, they could take this and this is going to be light. I'm still good. This person was struggling almost to keep his damn apartment. Like, come on. That's not where it's right at. When you got somebody who is, trying to get above or trying to at least get somewhere and they stuck because this is what's hindering them. I can't get a license because I'm on this. I owe this. I owe this. That's a problem. Well, guess what, Chase? It's the same way. The women need to watch out for their entanglements too. Like I said before, it's a two-way street. I'm speaking down the middle. Before anybody thinks that I'm just being one-sided, no, I speak everything down the middle. It's a two-way street. Everybody's supposed to be safe and preserved in what they're doing, especially when it's their body. It's the same way I would tell a nigga, look, you better make sure you wrapped up, nigga, even if you're going to do what you're going to do. Because that's the type of nigga I am. And I would tell the same thing to a chick. You going to do whatever, you better make sure you protect it. You better make sure that is the right person you can lay with. Both of them should have thought about it beforehand. Let's stop just putting it on one person because it wasn't just his response. He wasn't expecting that either. That's just like he could have been a good man. We don't know these backstories. He could have been a good man for all you know. But again, just laid up with the wrong person and vice versa. There's some good women out there who just laid up with the wrong niggas. So I'm always going to call shit down the middle.
It's crazy.
Yeah, well, if that's the case, then the women got to take responsibility and accountability for their things too. How about that one? It's a two-way street, like I said. You could disagree with me all you want to, and I'm gonna be disagreeing right back. But it's a respectful disagreement. Everybody needs to be responsible in what they're doing. You think I'm out here just laying down anybody raw? No. I know a lot of people right now. Even the horn dogs is not being that stupid. Nah, I ain't doing that. It's the truth. You both got to be responsible for what you know. If you feel that's what you want to do, you want to lay down with this person, you better make sure that is the right person you lay down with. And we got good men too who have been through the bullshit. So we got good women too who have been through it. Again, everybody's going to make some form of mistake. The main thing is not making that same mistake twice. That's all I'm saying. It's a two-way street. Everybody got to start being more safe and preserved, and not just because of pregnancy. You still got STDs running around. Let's not forget that shit neither. You could have been laying up with somebody you feeling up to lay up with, and then come to find out they burning. And then what? Like I said, it is a two-way street. No, I'm putting blame on everybody. I'm putting blame on her. I'm putting blame on him too. But then again, I can't blame him because if he thought he had something good and then something just, like I said, all it takes is a relationship with some people to show their true fucking colors and who the hell they are. He probably thought he had something great with her and she probably did something. Then now look, again, it went from my baby to how I'm going to pay my mortgage. Your baby is not a mortgage. So again, y'all need to make sure y'all are somewhat in some form responsible. That's on all cylinders. I'd say this shit day in and day out. Fellas, be careful who you slinging the wood to. Ladies, be careful who you giving the goods to. I speak this down the middle. Because again, it's about fairness, but it's also about accountability. And some women don't take accountability just like some men don't take accountability. So again, I'm speaking to the irresponsible ones. The ones who do take accountability, they don't have that much to worry about. They don't. Because they still form some form of united front with their significant other, whether they together or not. I don't have to be with you, but we gonna make sure our kids is raised properly. We gonna make sure our kids is getting what they supposed to get. Love, attention, and growth from both mother and father. But then again, like I said, there's a difference between grown ass men and women and grown ass children. Again, grown ass children on either angle are going to run away from their responsibilities and not take accountability for anything. They're going to just keep being irresponsible and keep making the same poor choices until they finally wake up and realize they was making these choices for nothing. Same way a dude don't want to be with a chick with 1,000 kids, the same way a chick don't want to be with a dude with 1,000 kids. So I calls it down the middle. And some people be ready to get in the uproar, but look, I'm not being emotional about it. I'm being logical. Might sound like I'm getting angry. It might sound like I'm getting aggressive. No, this is just how passionate I am about this situation right here. Because again, that's still a form of irresponsibility. If you are not going to be with that person long term, there should be no reason why you even thinking on laying down unprotected. Again, preserve your body, preserve your health. The most important thing. Look how many people that caught all sorts of STDs, AIDS, HIV, all of that. Some of them, trick. But then again, like I said before, if I know for a fact there could be something wrong with this person, or if I feel something, I'm going to do my investigation and my research before I go any further with anything. And that's the sad part about it. But it's the problem. Again, we was once a cohesive unit. I'm speaking to the melanated folks. We was a cohesive unit at one point. If you look throughout time and history, we have always been some form family orientated and preserved and strong. Even when there was situations where Pop was raising somebody else's kid, it didn't matter. As long as kids had a roof over their head, they was learning, they was doing what was necessary, and they wasn't out here being anything outside of, that was the most important thing. You want to know why? You want to know why to a degree certain things ain't working amongst our community? Because again, we are our own damn detriment. We are our own dangers, our own downfalls. Why? Because again, we are pitted against each other when we supposed to be pitted against the world that is trying to keep us encaged. Yeah, I'm going deep a little bit because it's truth. We had that mindset to say, nah, we wasn't going to do this, and we not going to do this. Somewhere along the lines, we lost that strength. We lost that form of wisdom and education. One night is all it really takes for you to kind of ruin your life, especially if you're not prepared to take care of any form of life. So again, you better be mindful. But the reason why we can't come together and we can't be cohesive like we used to be is because, again, we are pitted against each other. We are quick to bash and tear each other down. The brothers tearing the brothers down, the sisters tearing the sisters down. I just watched a whole woman say the same thing. The worst type of people who be in the comments be your own people sometimes. She was doing a little simple hair tutorial, man. And even in the comment section, they was going in. You know, like, my thing is, again, why is it always our own that go at our own? No doubt, Shay, no doubt. No, that's the whole fact, Shay, and that's what I'm saying. We don't teach. See, right now in this Gen Z pop, nobody is being taught anything outside of Gen Z stuff right now. What used to be, you know, what used to be united, what used to be a stronghold ain't a stronghold no more. It's, I'm gonna just let my kid do whatever, or I'm gonna just let these kids do whatever. We are having a discussion. Miss T, if you feel we not having a discussion, I don't know what to tell you right now. Because this is a discussion. Again, this is the problem. We're having a discussion right now. The discussion right now is about us getting it together, getting back to a destined spot where we was at before. Again, we got to stop pitting each other down. We got to stop putting each other down and tearing each other up for nothing. See, I'm gonna reiterate for those who might be new here, and I'm gonna reiterate for those who have already been here. You know, when I get on these discussions, these are just discussions. I don't want anybody to feel any type of way. I don't want anybody to feel like I'm coming at their neck or anything. No, I'm just having a general conversation. This is how I do things. And again, this is general conversation. Us as the melanated people need to get it back together. Again, stop going against each other over petty nonsense. Prime example, look how many women are fighting each other and tearing each other down every day just over petty stuff. Some of y'all are fighting over men that don't even want you. Some of y'all are fighting over men that are only going to do what they feel is necessary. No, my fault. Y'all fighting over grown children. I'm going to get this correct. You know? I'm not saying that, Miss T. No. Miss T, you good. I'm saying things in general. I want you to understand this too, sis. I'm going to say things in general. Everybody's going to have their views and opinions, and I respect everybody's views and opinions. If I didn't, I'd have said, nope, you wrong, nope, you wrong, nope, you wrong. I'm not one of those. But when I'm passionate on my combos, I'm going to be on it. Nigga said, how about them Lakers? I ain't messing with you, realers. Get the hell up out of here with that, man. It's two ways. Men fighting over women. Well, shoot. Them young-minded men are probably doing that. But ain't no real man fighting over no woman. Not going to fight another man over no woman that ain't mine. And it's the same way it should be with you women. You're not going to fight somebody that's not, fight for somebody that's not yours. Prime example, if it's community chess on either end, why are y'all fighting and getting crazy over it? You think I'm going to be fighting one of my besties or one of my peoples over somebody that I know for a fact ain't even for me, ain't going to be for me, probably won't be with me, probably ain't even looking at me? That's senseless right there. That's foolishness right there. See, in a sport of competition, look, in certain things in life, there is going to be competition. You're going to be competing, prime example, to find your significant other or your perfect, well, not no perfect mate. We stop saying perfect. You're going to be finding somebody you want to find. Grant that. But in that same token, you better make sure that person is Just solid all around the board, well rounded all around the board. Well, Ms. T, I'm passionate about how everybody is treated, not just women. What about our brothers right now that's going through it right now? What about our brothers who are trying to do what's right? What about the brothers who have got caught in a situation that they wasn't aware of? Like I said before, how is that right that you think you building with somebody and you come to find out this person wasn't even building with you correct? This person that's been out there doing more than one thing. Look at all the brothers that felt the type of way finding out that these kids ain't theirs, and vice versa. Look how the women feel when they find out they dude or supposed to be her husband is having another baby outside of the outside of the relationship. It's a two-way street. It's going to hurt either which way. It's going to hurt, and we got to stop hurting each other. We got to stop putting each other down at the bottom of the pole. This is why we can't rise up. And even when it comes down to certain forms of disagreement, some people will take it above and beyond. This is why we can't come together to some degree. I'm tired of that. I want our people to get back strong. I want our people to start being more focused. I want our people to at least start agreeing on the things that we need to agree on. Like prime example, safety in your neighborhoods, prime example. That's something that should be thought about, especially you got kids running around. It's time for us to just, again, start having some form of trust and a real bond in the communication. And that's the best thing that will always keep things in order. Communication. I ain't gonna tell you how many times I done seen a situation where it could have got real physical or even worse, but because the right heads was around, the right heads prevailed, found out some of the stuff they was about to fight over or even get crazy was miscommunication. Again, I don't know what's on your mind. I don't know what's being said. I don't know none of that if you're not saying nothing to me. It's a two-way street, like I said. This is why some homes, I feel, in my opinion, are breaking up too, because lack of communication. Regardless to what, if you're with somebody, you need to be keeping that communication line open at all costs. Just that simple. And that's the thing. We are not supposed to be yanking each other down this totem pole. We are supposed to be building each other up on this totem pole. We all supposed to be at some form of greatness, at least the how I feel in my opinion. We are supposed to be higher than where the hell we at now. But again, we can't come together because we seem to be our own detriment at times. Even when it comes down to the simplest things that could definitely make a great impact, it gets destroyed because everybody is hating each other. Everybody's upset with each other. You might have had a miscommunication or disagreement with somebody, and then they want to take it a step further, which again is corny. No, I don't use that. Stop asking me that, young man. Go to school. I don't care if it's the weekend. Go to school, that damn it. I ain't got no damn grammars. You was better off asking me if I had paper, son. Hey, Adam. Hey, Adam. The biggest hater was the person that came in here. You. The biggest hater is the person that birthed you. How about that one? Because they hated the fact that you ain't doing shit with your life, even on a holiday weekend. How about that one? Now, back to what I was saying, y'all. Oh, wait, my fault. I was supposed to give him this, too. I was supposed to give him this. And I'm going to give it to them right now. That dumb shit. Come out here with that, man. Don't come in here trying to disturb nothing because you can't get with the concept or the message. Come on now. This is why I be saying. This is another reason. And 9 out of 10, how much you want to bet the person that is being the quote unquote pest and disturbance over here is somebody within the melanated community. I'm putting bets on that. I'm putting $100 bet right now that is somebody melanated within our own community doing dumb shit like this. And this is what I be talking about even on here. It's hard for people to build, grow, and try to do certain things when you have people like this who have no type of life, no form of anything, because their life is miserable and it's trash. Get your life together and maybe you will have something a little bit more. Maybe you'll be able to do something better outside of just being a dumbass. That's it. Come on, son. You acting like you cold, son. It's summertime, man. Yeah, well, guess what? I'm going to say this too, and we can agree to disagree. Men go through a lot just like women go through a lot. That's my view and opinion on it. You got men struggling right now trying to do what's right. Still trying to do what's right. They ain't taking no easy shortcuts or nothing. It's a two-way street. Like I said, when it comes to conversations like this, I'm always going to call it down the middle. And I'm going to be fair. Because no, I'm not bashing my people. Like I said, I love my folks. I love what we have done, what we have achieved throughout history. But we need to start achieving more. It seems like we have a balance where we lost out. We are not where we should be at right now. Again, we are divided. And what's keeping us divided sometimes is not just what society is giving us, it's what we are taking in. Again, it is supposed to be about unity. More than anything, it's supposed to be about unity. You want things to be better, you want things to get better, you got to unite with the right people. And the people that are against you, you knock them out the way because they're your opposition. Because those are the type of people, again, that don't want to see growth. They don't want to see betterment. Those are the people you don't need around you. You need people that's going to be solid. You're going to need people that's definitely going to be on go when it's time to be on go. And when you get to your destination, hey, you keep progressing. See, I'm going to be honest with you. You can't get mad if people don't want to progress in their lives. That's them. It's their life. Let them do what they're going to do. But for those who are progressing or trying to progress, you try to give the opportunity where it's needed. Then again, you try to keep them uplifted. If I see you doing good, you got your little business going, I'm going to support you one way or another, even if it's not financially. Yo, look, y'all make sure y'all go check out this one, yada, yada, yada. Things like that, even a simple promotion to help. That's a way of uplifting and building somebody. Look, I'm trying to help you gain some more traction with your business. That's good right there. But again, we got to start really coming together for a better basis. See, again, there'll be most of us that cry about shit in our communities, but we ain't trying to do shit to help our community. And when we are doing the things necessary, we still fail. Because again, we can't seem to come together and just agree on the things that we should agree on. I know there's some things we're going to disagree on. I grant that. But in the same token, um, we put those things to the side. We focus on the things that are most important, like safety of children. That's supposed to be something that everybody agree on. That's in my opinion. Everybody's supposed to agree on that when it comes to child safety and just, giving better opportunities when needed. What's going on, my guy? I ain't messing with you, James. We had another one. Oh, we had another one. Hold on. We had another one. Oh, wait. Let me get them ready. Let me get them ready for this one first.
Shit.
You give them that. And if I did miss anybody during this live stream, my apologies. Um, I've been kind of looking at the chat, but not looking at the chat. I'm trying to make sure don't nothing else come out, and that's another thing I'm gonna speak about too when it comes to our communities. Again, we want to cry and mope about our communities. It's trashy, they dirty, they this, they that. But look at the people that you got surrounded around you. When they decide to live like animals, even to the point, like I said, throwing pampers and things out the window, when they got garbage cans, that's a problem. And I'm gonna say this for those who do live in these housing complexes. Some of y'all gonna be out of fucking luck when it's all said and done. Because remember, they are starting to do things now since they got caught up in that damn scandal. So whatever work is being done, even apartment wise, they're gonna start going after you delinquents first. I'm gonna say this. They're gonna go after you delinquents. So if you're not paying your rent on time, you're not doing what's necessary, you owe certain amount, guess what? When they decide they're gonna put you out because they quote unquote are gonna fix your apartment, you might not be coming back to that apartment. So you keep on moving and doing the things you're doing, and you're gonna find yourself either in a shelter, which is overcrowded right now, or you're gonna find yourself on the streets. And especially when you got kids. Act like you have kids, bro. Stop being so filthy and disgusting and stop living like animals. Again, the other day I was mad because this lady just walked out the building and almost got hit with a bottle of piss. Like, you got a bathroom, fool. Go use the bathroom. Why would you throw a piss bottle out the window? See, again, I'm going to speak on things. I'm going to speak on things in general, social, all of that. When I do get political, trust me, I'm still going to be speaking on that. I'm down for the conversations that people don't want to have. I just want people to realize that. Because again, at some point, our conversation will lead to some form of greatness. Nah, you good, Shays. That's different. Look how long you was married. That's different. You was married for a long time, I believe, so that's different. And I granted you going through what you going through and you doing what's necessary, like you're supposed to. Again, I wasn't talking about the responsible ones. I'm talking about the irresponsible ones. So I want everybody to remember that part too. Anybody that's being irresponsible, you putting yourself in jeopardy and in danger. Even you fellas, you putting yourself in danger. And that's what I'm saying. When it's all said and done, we got to start coming back to, again, having agreements on the things we need to agree on. Child safety, number one. Growth and development, number two. We want things better in our communities. We got to start acting like we live in these communities. Because you got to remember this part too, especially those living in the complexes. Them housing workers is only here, them groundskeepers and everybody is only here till a certain time, even on the weekends. So when they leave, it is up to the people to keep their own damn buildings and their own areas clean. Stop living like animals. Stop acting like you was born in the woods. Sorry, that's my view and opinion on it. And again, some of y'all will find out the hard way because it only going to take one of y'all to hit a housing official or something. And best believe, like how they do with most of these buildings, they are putting numbers and letters going all the way up the building because just in case of something, we know which line it came from and we know which apartment to go to. So y'all going to keep playing games until something does happen. And then when it's all said and done, you're going to be asked out on these damn streets. And for what? Because you couldn't just get yourselves together, act like you blessed to have a home? Come on now, man. Well, it's the same way, Miss T. The black men are disrespected and underappreciated, but we still go through what we go through. And again, I could say, healing prayers to those who need it, especially those who are going through them trying times. All the good people go through madness. Trust me. We've all been disrespected. I want this to be understood. It's not just the women that been disrespected. It's been the men too. The men are still being disrespected day in and day out. It's a two-way street when I say this. We are both getting disrespected day in and day out. And I'm talking about our melanated folks. We are the most ones being disrespected out of everybody. So this is where we need to come together and stop trying to play victims. We also got to stop trying to play the blame game. And we just got to stand on what we got to stand on. That's how I feel about it. Angela, what's going on, baby? See, again, I'm gonna call things down the middle. Because don't make it seem like I don't see the disrespect that's going on. I see women getting disrespected day in and day out when I come outside. But I also see fellas getting disrespected to the worst of the worst, even the good ones. So again, we just gotta be careful on who we vetting and who we gonna lay up with and who we gonna choose to move forward with. That's it. If that person is not gonna stand on solid ground when it comes to you two, if y'all both not going to stand on solid ground, and that's something y'all don't need to be in, because there will be miscommunication, there will be broken trust, and that's the worst thing we can have is broken trust amongst each other. Shades, I would have to disagree because guess what? There are men out there right now who are being disrespected to the point where they can't take no more, but yet and still they gonna keep striving. I've been look at it, I done been disrespected. I done been disrespected with racism, almost every little thing coming up. I'm a whole grown ass man now. So again, we all have been disrespected. The mistreatment of us, period, is starting to get mind blown. But again, they will always say it's just one person that's suffering. No, everybody is suffering one way or another. We all are being disrespected one way or another. We are being disrespected. We disrespecting each other, but we gonna respect the people who are disrespecting us. How you doing? Telling you, when it's all said and done, it's just about us preserving and being strong no matter what. We can't get together on anything if we're going to disagree on everything. It's one thing I can say. Well, guess what? Same way they calling women bees and everything else, look what you calling the men. Dusty niggas, I'm telling you, the list goes on. It's not about who got it worse. It's the principle that we both are suffering on that end. That's how I see it. That's just how I see it. We both getting disrespected. We are supposed to be kings and queens, and we supposed to be strong in anything that we're doing, and we're supposed to be strong and motivated in whatever we're doing, even when it comes to family. All right, well, guess what? We getting called bitch ass niggas, dusty, all that other shit. We get called the same names damn near you women are getting called. If we not, we get called worse. But again, it's not about who has it worse. It's about trying to reunite us together so we can get out of that. We ain't supposed to tolerate no disrespect from nobody, not even our own. We not standing strong and firm on that. We just allowing things to happen as it happens. Ghetto child, what's going on, baby? Nah, granted, and there's some disrespectful women too. Like I said, we not. It's not a back and forth. It's just principles. Because again, I'm calling it down the middle. Same way we got disrespectful men, we got disrespectful women. But again, it's more about stop disrespecting each other and let's uplift each other. Let's try to help each other get to a higher point. I'm not gonna keep downplaying my sisters if I see they up here doing good. Nah, I'm gonna try to keep y'all motivated. Same thing with my brothers. Yo, you doing good? Keep doing shit. Keep doing what you gotta do. That's all I'm saying. As much disrespect as we take on the individual and amongst each other, we gotta stop disrespecting each other. When are we gonna get? Damn, somebody going down. My bad, y'all. Oh, that's two fire trucks up. Hopefully nobody is having a fire. That's the second truck that done ran past me. Damn. But again, we got to start coming together. We got to start realizing what's more important. Our growth and development, you know, what's more important? our growth, our development, and our respect level, or personal feelings. Oh, come on now. Don't tell me somebody. Come on, bro. Oh, I should have went upstairs earlier. Damn. Come on, man. I'm stuck. I'm bad, son, that's some cheap ass. No, man, I'm not saying what I want to say. You know this. I know, bro. Trust me. Trust me, I know. Trust me. My bad, y'all. Yep. That one is still sitting right there. Like, what the hell? My bad, y'all. Always something when I walk back on the block. So.
You got to go turn off the power.
Hey.
Okay?
Word, can we hop on in with y'all? Shoot. My bad. Damn. I should have took my ass on upstairs when I started to. Now somebody stuck in the elevator. Oh, I'm gonna talk about that probably later on. My bad, y'all. Apparently somebody stuck in the damn elevator in my block already. But welcome to Memorial Day weekend. It's always the holiday weekends when it comes to us living in these damn complexes. We always have issues with our elevators. Never seems to fail. Blackout, what's going on, my guy? See, I told y'all to take that damn device from me months ago, and y'all ain't listen. You part of that shit too, Blackout. You were supposed to take this device months ago, damn it. No, but you know, you this the one thing, like I said. No matter the level of disrespect, we got to stop disrespecting each other and start building each other. Just because you might be working a job where you getting paid less than me, or you might be getting paid more than me, don't mean that I gotta treat you any differently. No, I'm gonna treat you like I'm supposed to treat you. I'm happy that my brother and that my sister is actually up and doing what's needed and not just sitting on their ass not doing nothing. Again, we gotta work together. We already got a system that works against us, and it shows us every day. So why not try to be pushing back against that system that's destroying us? So all I got to say today, for real, it's the truth. We have to get back to, again, love and unity. All these different prejudices when it comes to certain things, we can't tolerate it no more. When we feel we are being disrespected on any level, we need to step up and state the necessary and do what's necessary. You know, like I said, there's some people right now who feel, well, I don't want to work because I don't want people laughing at me. I don't want people to think that this. I don't want people to think that. No, it ain't about what other people think. It's about what you need to get done. Oh, no. Hopefully she not stuck in that elevator because somebody's stuck in the elevator right there. My bad. Yeah. But I'm saying, like I said, disrespect is not going to get you nowhere. Disrespect is only going to do what it's doing. More anger, more issues, more personal vendettas, etc., etc. It's truth. Nah, it's the truth, realist. It's disrespect on both sides. But again, when we feel we are being, well, we're not being acknowledged, we're not being presented in the right fashion, no, we need to stand up on that. It's time for us to really start standing strong on what we need to stand strong on. The truth, man. You know why? You know why it is to a degree blackout? Because again, look what's going on. All the real men who still are men who are going by the old ways and old laws and everything else are being told they can't be who they want to be. I can't be a man. I can't say what's necessary. I can't say what's on my mind because I gotta worry about offending everybody. See, we are in an era right now where a man can't really be a man because look what's going on. The minute we try to do what's necessary, we get looked at different. We get put down. We get people coming against us. That's not fair. And guess what? Some of these men could still make a difference right now. There's some people right now who came home from jail, like I said, they done got themselves together and showed people, look, I made a mistake. I paid for my mistake. I took my responsibility. I came home and I made myself presentable. I made myself a success story. I didn't come home and just did the same thing to go back to jail or go back in that system because you're not learning nothing in that system either. There are some men who try to do the best to try to make sure even these youth are at least following some form of road to success. But again, when you have people who are born in this life, when you got people who are just going to be on that route, that's a cycle that, unless they decide to break it themselves, is going to be a continued pattern in the cycle. No doubt, serious. Appreciate you, baby. Y'all make sure y'all stay safe on the road. I ain't gonna hold y'all much longer. Was gonna drop the link. I'm gonna drop the link real quick. If nobody wanna chime in on it, it's all good. I just wanted to chime in with the people. And apologies for yesterday. I know some of y'all was looking for me on here. Yeah, been a very impactful day yesterday. It might be an impactful weekend, but nonetheless, I still gotta come out here and give what's necessary to the people. Link is in the chat in case anybody want to chime in, but if not, I'm going to start getting myself prepared too. For those who are following me on Clapper, I will definitely be back at 6 o'clock, 6:30 the latest. Matter of fact, nope, not even going to say that. For those following me on Clapper, I'll see y'all at 7 o'clock on the dot. Rain or shine, and appreciate everybody that's being a part of the build, still becoming a part of the build, those who might be coming in, those who are in the bushes watching. I want everybody, again, to get this general consensus when it comes down to me. I'm a different breed of content creator. I'm going to have the conversations that people don't want to have. I'm going to have the conversations people are scared to have. In my opinion, I've took over the soul of Bernie Mac. I'm going to say and do the things that you people are scared to do. Sorry, but at some point, it needs to be done. Because how are we going to break certain cycles? We got to just come together. Got to be able to say that. We got to be able to come together for the right things and have agreements on the right things. Not everything is going to be perfect. There's some things we just ain't going to never agree on. And I can grant that. But in the same token, we need to focus on the things that we can agree on. We need to focus on the things that make us solid and whole as a whole unit and as a community. This is the talks I'm down for. And I don't mean to trigger nobody. I don't want to trigger nobody. But again, I'm going to have conversations that the people are scared to have. And before I do get up out of here, I do hope again that everybody enjoy their Memorial Day weekend, whether you're working or whether you're with the family, whether you're traveling, doing whatever. Make sure you're keeping yourself preserved, safety-wise at all costs. And if you're not deemed safe to travel or you're too sick to travel, then find an alternative where you can still enjoy your weekend. And for those who might already be in the hospitals because of health issues, hopefully you do get better. Prayers that you get better, so you could get back and enjoy the life that you had. Again, I appreciate everybody that just tuned in even. Y'all know y'all can catch this replay. Like I said, I'm going to have these general talks, whether the world likes it or not. Because at some point, those talks will lead to something greater. It starts with great conversation and dialect, but it also starts with open eyes and ears and open hearts. I'm all for that. And again, for those following me on Clapper, I see y'all at 7. Might even be taking some requests tonight, so y'all definitely tune in. And I might be back tonight on the tube for another discussion. If not, y'all know y'all gonna catch me in the morning, definitely. Always a blessing to bring sun to the people, and this is what's necessary. We're gonna keep doing what's necessary. But yeah, let me get up out of here and go figure out lunch/dinner. I think it's gonna be a long one. Y'all pray for my pole scout. Pray for my pole scout because I'm not cooking today. But I hope wherever I'm going ain't crowded. But again, y'all stay safe on the road, stay safe out there, and we'll be back for another discussion. If y'all was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout outs to the replay game. Shout outs to the Shadow Mafia and the Shadow Babies. Y'all know what it is, baby. For everybody that was in attendance today, y'all already know that love is love and it'll be reciprocated as such. I don't know how to be fake. All I'm gonna do is give you real. That's all I'm gonna do is give you real topics and real builds. And I'm definitely gonna reiterate as far as what I started to say in the beginning of this live stream, and which is the God honest truth, at least in my opinion. If you're gonna bring children in, whether it's adoption, whether it's your family members, whoever, don't treat them any differently than you would treat your own. And again, just make sure they have exactly all that they need. A roof over their head, love and protection. Also, make sure that they're learning and just being more beneficial in life. Most important thing you can remember. Again, they've already been through the ringer. But if you're going to try to bring them out that situation, you need to make sure that everything is going accordingly. Like I said, be active and be proactive when you need to. And again, this is just real raps right there. We want a better future, or we want the kids to be the future. If they are supposed to be the future, then we need to give them future growth and opportunity. And it starts again from within the household. So be mindful of what you know. And again, don't treat them less than. Because they didn't ask to be here. But they are here now. So now you have to be responsible. But you already know. Y'all stay safe. Keep that third eye open. Until the next live, we out of here. Peace and blessings.